each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. It is still morning. Should be anyway. It is in Colorado. How about that? It is in Colorado and to the west. It's still morning. Kind of weird because see, I opened this up and somebody that had commented on a different one, it's popping up here while I'm live. Actually, I wasn't even live yet. So it's kind of a bleed over. You know, I'd send something to Restream and complain, but they ain't gonna do nothing about it. So there's really no point. So if I go to chat, it will know. Oh, it is in my chat. Let's do this. Oh no. Oh no. All that would allow me to do is block them from Restream. I ain't gonna do that. Well, I just want to remove the comment. Add to block list and Restream chat. Nope. See, I can't block people from watching, but I can block people from chatting. And the time I've been doing this, I think I've had maybe 3 or 4 people that tried to bomb. They usually try and come and sell something. Usually through on the YouTube, but a couple through Facebook, and then I go look them up, and suddenly they don't exist. They don't exist. So this was just something I was thinking about, and honestly, I don't have much going on right now. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to decide, you know, what way I want to go forward. And you know, I've got a lot of different options. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Tion. I'm wondering if recovery, do I stay in recovery? If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. You know, I even kind of looked at jobs a little bit today. And yeah, I just don't know that I would be able to follow through on any of that. You know, so hi Amber. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Isn't it nice? Both our teams are going to the playoffs. Even the Chargers are going to the playoffs. The Raiders, nope. Oh, we're going to get decimated by the Bills next week. But at least I'll be able to see Von Miller play. I just hope he doesn't sack our quarterback. I'm a big Von Miller fan. Anyway, yeah, you know, so I did pull something up here. You know, because we have we have the human will. You know, a good example is, I'm a parent and I love my children. If one ends up in jail, I still love them, but they're going to be in jail. There's not much I can really do. I might be able to bail them out. God doesn't work with money. Yeah, me too. I've always been a big Lions fan. See, I agree. I would love to see the Lions win it this year, actually. Yeah. Well, we appreciate, and it isn't so much football. It's just we can appreciate things done the right way. Yeah. You know, so, right. I've been doing everything that I can to start to remove myself from the things that I was fighting for. And yes, I know fighting is, we're not supposed to fight, but in this sense, it wasn't really a fight as much as it was keeping my community safe from predators. I'm going to put it that way. But it keeps popping up in my face. So he sent me an email. They're like, hey, this person's doing really well. You want to check them out? I'm like, oh, no. They're one of the people I'm trying to. And is this God? Why would God want me to continue being tortured? I don't know. Maybe not as much torture as much as it is. I don't want to do that anymore. I've been doing it for 4 years. I've done my share, and I feel it's time for Dion to move forward. Right? Is that the human will? Is that just life happening? What is it? I don't know. And I'm trying to remain open-minded and listen and but I really do have better things to do. Yeah. Like clean the cat box. It's a distraction when I could be doing much better things, right? So, what does this have to say? When comparing God's love to the human will, the key distinction is that God's love is considered unconditional and absolute, while the human will is inherently limited and can be influenced by personal desires. That's what I'm talking about right now. Choices and circumstances, meaning it can sometimes conflict with what is considered good or right. And that is what I'm going through. There are some things that I would much rather be doing. And at the same time, I'm the kind of person where it's like, if it was done to me, I can't let it happen to the next person. Okay. Not only that, but I'm finding that there's a huge fear coming from some people that may be trying to do the right thing, but are in a situation where they quite can't. And I hate to say this, but you did that to yourself. I'm not gonna. That's not on me. Says right here, unlike God, human love can waver or grow or go away. Hey, Michelle. Were you were listening to the last one? I know you were listening to the last one because while you were watching it, this was coming up. Your comments from another live that I was doing. Right. You were talking about my cat, right? He does. He looks regal. I appreciate that. All right. There, Yappy. All right. God's love is forever, and we accept it as we are. Oh. So what do we got? Well, is the human will necessarily a bad thing? Because the way I kind of see, and let's kind of reiterate it real quick, and that is, that I've been doing a lot of work to shut things down, but a lot of it is, I don't want to say over because it's far from over, but there's not anything else that I can do. I've done it. There's no more, and but it keeps popping up. Right. An email from Marsha, and she's like, there's this guy, I went to school with him, and said, she knows, and because she's always looking for the right thing to do so we can get things done correctly. And I always hate being the bearer of bad news. I don't like it. Well, Dion, what do you think of this? Well, let's take 2 seconds and look at it. Yeah, it's no good. It doesn't take long. They're little specific things, and I've been working fraud for so long, for a very long time. Other than the banking industry, and that's 95% fraud, man. All right. And now I'm wondering if Michelle's on this one or a different one. I just don't know. Let's find out. Okay, it should be this one. Okay. I'm just double checking. I was curious. Okay, good, cool. It's just a technical thing I'm looking at, and yeah, the human will. Now, I guess I could just kind of use me as an example. I know when I'm doing things wrong. You bet. Especially now. But when I was drinking, what I do? Well, I'd pour alcohol on it so I didn't really have to feel it anymore. It's kind of what I did, you know. But now that I have to feel my feelings, man, it's kind of a different. It's a little different, right? Because when I do things now, I have to keep a lot of different people in mind. And there's a lot of things that I want to do that I'd love to get accomplished. I don't know that I'm going to. So where do we focus our efforts so that we can be of maximum service to God and the world around us? And that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. What can Dion do to be of maximum service? And I'm finding that I'm already kind of doing it. Morning, Ingrid. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm glad the holidays are over so people can come back and listen to me yak again. It's not surprising to anybody here that I love being the center of attention. We all know that. Let's just call it for what it is. I mean, I do. But I have enough humility in me to know when it's enough. But that's why I created this. It's what we call an arena. And my part of my problem is I got an idea a minute. And I can't seem to focus in on what actually needs to be done. So right now I'm kind of doing nothing and being okay with it. And it's hard. Slowly been weaning myself off of social media. I'm hardly ever on Facebook anymore. I don't post much. I'm going to be posting my cat pictures and my lives. That's going to be about it. Because my real work's in the community. And what can I do there? And when it comes to AA, I seem to be pretty good at that. Okay. But that's not like it's a paying gig. I don't want that to be a paying gig. I get a lot out of that. And I sacrifice a lot to get there. And I don't mind. That's not me whining. No, because the gifts I get in return I'm still here, aren't I? So, I've been through a lot in the last 8 years of trying to get myself to a place where, I have somewhat peace of mind. And I'm finding more and more stuff. It reminds me of Keys of the Kingdom where it says that we must have a program that allows for limitless expansion, right? So, there's some things that happen that aren't God's love or God's will. Like when I decide to drink and hop in a car, that is not God's will, but He is not going to stop me. He's not going to stop me. He might interfere. Yeah. That's true, Michelle. Thank you. It is my purpose. Getting a little bit older, I don't even have life insurance and I have health insurance. I've got some pretty bad shoulder pain going on. That's being worked on too. Got a meeting today with somebody. They better fucking follow up too. I'm going to check my email real quick. No, I haven't heard from them yet. Just Wayfair. I swear to God, I ordered one thing from Wayfair. Now I get like 3-4 emails a day from them. I'm like, I just wanted a couch, dude. I don't care about the rest of your preppy shit. I'm not a big fan. I don't like their stuff. My wife picked something out from there. So, but there's a lot of things, because I don't want to, I'm certainly not going to run around saying I know what God's will is, because I don't. I mean, I wish I did. Certainly make things a little bit easier. But the thing is, where the correct answer is coming from. And so I'm in a bit of a conundrum, but so I keep drawing a blank. So what else does it have to say about it? It's going to start giving us stupid crap, most likely. What's the difference between our will and God's will? Another way to know the difference, God's will is normally going to cost you something right then, but pay huge dividends later. It's going to fill you from inside out. My will normally leads to the easy way out and brings immediate gratification. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I was just talking about that I sacrifice. We in AA tend to think that these are all free gifts and that they're just going to come if we, there's, like I was talking about it earlier, there's requirements. Sure. You can't transmit something you don't have, right? You can't do that. So, where and how do we find our answers? Because, like with Marcia sending me that email, and she didn't do anything wrong. She just wants to know what's good, what's bad, right? I feel like that's the devil. I don't feel like that's God saying you need to do this. I don't. I used to feel that way, and it was true. But like I said before, there's nothing more I can do except continue to bug people that I have already bugged. Well, they're aware of it. They're all aware of it. And so I'm going to let God sort it out from there. But I feel like I keep getting trapped in it. It's often that I get phone calls about, happens once every 2 weeks or so, sometimes a couple times a week. But people will call me and ask me about a certain place. And, I appreciate that people trust me and stuff. But if that's the only phone call that I get from you, I'm going to wonder what you're really using me for. I feel like life is a give and take basis with my friendships. I give some and I take some, So, what it kind of comes down to as far as the title goes is God's love is unconditional. He loves me for who I am. Even when I go with my own will and go on my own way and do whatever I want, he still loves me. But I will not receive the gifts when I decide to go my own way. Right? It was that part in there that said instant gratification. Because see, there's a lot of things I want done right now. Now. I am so tired. I am tired of waiting. Give you a great example. The detox that was coming, they had till the 31st to pick a place, and they failed. It was blocked. It was blocked, and I know it was blocked by, and I know why. Right? Now we have a meeting on the 31st. Couldn't have made it sooner. Okay, so now they put it off to the 31st, and I told them that's great, that's awesome, yay. But inside I'm going, you fuck nuts. You had plenty of time. You had all fucking year, and you sat on your asses. Okay. So there's a meeting, right? It's on 31st. I will be the only person there who represents the community. I'm the only person invited that represents the community. Okay. And I got a lot of things to say. Now they're going to be trapped in a room with me all day. All day. I'm going to have their asses all day. And I will be speaking up. I will be saying something. And I will be bringing up the lackadaisical attitude that we seem to have towards this detox, which wasn't going to happen for another couple years. But see, I did that. I got the $2.2 million. I'm the one that said, hey, these are the people we're going to use. I'm the one that made changes over there. You bet I did. Because you know what they don't want? They don't want me reporting them. It's a fear, and I use it often. Fear is what? The touchstone of all change? There you go. Colorado is now dead last. It's dead last. There's the pain. Oh, a wrinkle eraser. Right. Now, am I going to take credit for it? No. I just did. I just took credit for it. That's all I need. That's all I need with that. I don't need some award. I don't need a bunch of attaboys. I don't need a bunch of, oh, you're doing great work. I know that. I want you to join in with the work with me. I'm talking about kind of other stuff, not AA stuff there. And I want to do so that, it's like listening to Meatloaf. I would do anything to help people in Colorado, but I won't do that. I thought we were willing to go to any length. And for some of us, that's different. It's just that I happen to be so situated. Okay. But I miss out on a lot of things. I don't get to do a lot of things. At the same time, it's hard for me to get out a lot. Still bothers me. So, but, I think that's about all I got with this one. And, I'm just trying to figure out, is it God's will? Is it my will? Is it, because I'm well-spoken and I don't talk the same way here as I do other places. Here I get to be myself, right? You have Meatloaf. Which ones? which ones? Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. You do. What is it? I would do anything for, or is it Light by the Dashboard? He did a lot of great stuff, man. Meatloaf was a fantastic artist. He was also one of the main characters in Fight Club. Yeah. He was the guy with boobies. But I forget what they called him. But I love Meatloaf. Right. It's funny. Yesterday or day before, it was Saturday. I was running a meeting and people were talking about their favorite passage in the book. And I'm like, well, that's kind of like a Billy Joel song for me. What's your favorite Billy Joel song? Well, the one playing it. And then half the meeting was about Billy Joel. It just makes it was just kind of funny. We all want to feel like we're included. We all want to feel wanted and needed and loved. And that's not just an alcoholic thing. Right. But as alcoholics have been through enough relationships and stuff to understand a few things a little differently. So, all right. And I'm chairing this meeting today. I chair a noon meeting at Vitality every Monday. So I chair 3 meetings a week consistently. One is the Vitality noon meeting, which is my home group now, and the grassroots meeting. Maybe one day somebody else will chair. It'll happen when it happens. Until then, it's just going to remain what it is, a place for people to go to get help. So it's all it is. We don't even do 7th tradition there yet. Until we have our first group conscious, we cannot do the 7th tradition. And honestly, I see no reason for it at the present moment, because I am not giving money to our central office at the moment. I will not donate to AA in Colorado at the moment. I will not do it because I know where our money is going, and I am not happy about it. I'm not. I don't see why the person that works there is getting paid $70,000 a year. I want to see what they're doing. $70,000 a year, working 4 days a week, really doing nothing. Trusted servants, all right? It's a paid position, man. With paid positions comes expectations. You bet it does. So, but there that is again. Do I want to fight that fight? Nah. Nope. All I can really do is go out and be a better example. Be a better example. I'm hoping by February that we'll be having some in-person meetings. And I'm sticking with the grassroots format. I'm going to stick with the grassroots format. It's a closed, structured AA meeting. It's what it is. Yeah. So we'll see. I gotta get my driver's license back first, or I can't go down there and check the places. Actually, that's not totally true. Marcia said she'd give me a ride. No. Yeah, I figured it was Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Those are the famous ones that he does. He was a really underrated singer, but he was one of those like a lot of his songs were more like musicals and stuff. So a lot of people just didn't quite get into it. Yeah, my wife does a lot of tattoos, remembrance tattoos. She's got a lot of them, including our son. When we first got together, she actually got pregnant. And it looked like her and I were going to have a kid, but she had a miscarriage. And yeah, so we named him Dylan. I actually have total of 3 kids that were not born. There was another girl. I think I was what, 22, 23. And she was pregnant, and she miscarried on Thanksgiving with twins. So, yeah. I should have 7 kids. Who knows the reasons? So, it's probably for the better that Shannon and I did not bring a child into this world. It's probably better. Because now they would be, what, 10? Oh. No, thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. And, this was kind of a tough year it was a tough holiday for a lot of people. And I'm glad to see all the striving and the moving forward. I'm glad to see people's lives are improving, becoming better. It makes me happy. It really does. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you.